feel like a misfit. Everything inside you is dark and twisted. Oh, but it's okay to be different. Because baby, so am I, so am I, so am I. Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I apologize for the delay, getting here a little bit late. What did Trump say in 2016 after he won? Sorry for the delays. Tricky business. It is tricky business out there. Everyone, please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say Harodadashi. Harodashi. Okay, I said that already. We have a OMI, DEFINITY, DEVVE, NFT in general stuff to go over here. It is quite a lot. So let's get this read. Let's go over. I think people want to hear about DEFINITY first. We'll start off with that, and then we'll go in and do a up to 2% on the day. Let's go over the last 7 days. We were down to like 3.7, went up to 4.2, 4.3. We happen to go in, go back down, up to 4.4, down to 4.0. So it's been a little rocky this past 7 days. The trend does seem to be going up a bit. Not a ton of volume, 40,000, which is, I guess, better. Like the other day, I think we had like 12,000 in volume. So it is a bit better there. People not feeling so hot on DEFINITY. It is about a 50-50 split. Some people feeling good, some people feeling bad. Let's see where this volume is coming from. You have 24,500 coming from Uniswap, the rest coming from MEXC and PancakeSwap. To be honest, most of the buys that I see are from Uniswap. I don't know how much you'll do in PancakeSwap with USDT. But again, MEXC, obviously you do have that option there as well. Very curious to see what happens when we start getting 200K in volume, or when we get a couple of new exchanges, whenever that is. I don't know what that new Facet thing is. They follow Facet. They have that. I will have them on again, maybe this month, maybe next month. This month is a little bit busy. Be advised, guys, I am going to go live. I'm not going to be live tomorrow just because I'm going to try to save my voice, because I will be going live for another 12-ish hours on Saturday. It is, this stream is 100%. All of the funds will go to the LA fires in the form of First Responders Children's Foundation, in the form of Best Friends Animal Society. I will have links for you. Al Kahn will make an appearance, even though it is his birthday. He's taking a couple of minutes to be able to come on and wish us well. Anywho, let's get over to the OMI here. Let's see where that's at. OMI is down about 3.5% on the day, 2,000,035. So it is, as Rain would call it, they are juicy. Juicy because there's only about 400,000 in volume over the last 24 hours. Most of that, I'm going to guess, is going to come from OKX. It's a decent amount, 110 from over there. We have Ascendex, like clockwork, at 138,000. There's got to be some type of bot, or it's always like within 138 and 152, regardless of whether we have 2 million in volume or we have 200,000 in volume. It's always there. I don't know what's going on, but that's typically what happens. And anything else, nothing was really close to 100K. You had MEXC, you had 100. I'm sorry, you had 62,000 on MEXC. So MEXC does let you go to perpetuals. I think you can like 10 or 20. You can go up to like, I think 400x in perpetual longs on MEXC, depending on the token. They have it for most tokens that they list. They don't have any for DEFINITY, which kind of sucks. They do have it for DEVVE. DEVVE, you can do up to 50x long, I believe, in perpetuals. A buddy of mine has it for like 20. I think a 20x long. Let me go in and message him and be like, send me an updated long photo. He started it at like $1.43. He was up 316% as of yesterday, and that was on DEVVE, and I guarantee you it's up quite a bit more today. We're at $1.79 right now over on on Gecko Terminal. Gecko Terminal, that's what it's reporting at, and that is they just report on Uniswap over there. So there's a couple of different things I want you guys to be aware of. There's this one wallet called E8404. E8404 seems to have unlimited amounts of DEVVE, selling hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of DEVVE throughout this past week. Really over the last couple of days, at least as far as I've been counting. Then there are a couple of other people that have been buying. CBE31, I think, is one of them, has purchased most of this today, like $193,000. Most of that has been today. which is wild. I don't know what that wallet's about. I don't know what they know, but let's take a look at Deie and see what the volume is everywhere. About, okay, it says $1.80 over on the CoinGecko, but again, I only really use Gecko Terminal on for Uniswap just because that's the only place that Americans can really get it. MEXC and Gate.io, they have 428,000 and 943,000 in volume. They have 1.78 over there. Yeah, it has it on Uniswap as $1.81, which is not true. So that this will likely go down from $1.80 to $1.79, $1.78, give or take. And yeah, the volume over there is 2.4 million over on the day. I would go in and saw the post on my Facebook. Kept you in mind. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, Jesus. Oh my God. Sorry. Hang on one sec, guys. Oh my God. And it's taking a long time. Jesus. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. That sound. All right. I'm sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. Super hard to me. Soon then hearts. Okay. Damn. Every now and then I get a message that just heckin' floors me. All right. Where was I here? Yeah. So Deie, I made a post on it before. I'll read that now. There's a lot of stuff I have to go over. I made a post saying I felt a little silly buying more Deie at $1.25 because it had already done a 10x from the bottom. Now I feel silly that I didn't buy more at that price because now the rest of my buys will be closer to $2 than $1. Oh well, to the moon. Yeah, that I still have to buy. I don't have that much left that I can still buy. Or I don't have, what, $1.80 now? Yeah, $1.08. All right. Again, I had the opportunity to buy quite a bit more at $1.50. It's like, all right, I'll wait for another wick down, then I'll buy it. And then when I woke up, it was like $1.65, and then there have been wick downs. Like $1.06. It was like this morning. Yeah, it was like $1.69, $1.64, whatever that would wick down to, and then that was it, off to the races. So I don't know what happens after the announcement. I don't know what the announcement is. I don't think anyone. People are saying Nasdaq, and I'm very curious as to see where that. I don't want to say leak because I don't know if it's true, but when there's a lot of smoke, there's probably a little fire. Is not coming from our side, guys. It's got to be coming from like a secretary somewhere. That's like, again, if it's true. Now it's very possible that it has nothing to do with what Nasdaq is, and maybe just the rumor just caught fire because somebody mentioned something in some backwards room or on some backwards chat channel, and somebody took it and ran with it. I don't know. I honestly, guys, I have zero idea what it is. I don't even know when they're going to announce anything. It could be this month. It could be March. I have no idea what it is, what type of deal it is, how much Deie will eventually be needed. At this price, though, like there is. Let's take a look at the coin market cap, and let's see. Oh shoot. Okay. Let's see where the comments are. No, I want to see how many tokens there are. There's 120 million tokens in total. I don't think these are. I know where a few million of them are, and out of the 9,600 wallets, let's see that we have on it. Yeah, 96.9. Everyone comment nice down below for the 69. When I really started reporting on this heavily, it was maybe like 8,400, and then it's just been still going up. So that there's not a lot of holders. If we ever get on a type of news publication that is outside of the normal crypto scope, and they go in and they decide to get advertising from Web3 and then from the non-crypto scope as well, and they're just firing on all cylinders, I don't know. several dollars. I'll tell you another thing. There's a buddy of mine that's about to get 80, 90 grand in like 30, 60 days, give or take. And he's like, hey, what do you think the price is at that point? I was like, bro, I have no idea. $3, $5. And she's like, well, at what price would you still buy? I was like, well, if I had an extra 80K at that time and it was $3, I'd still probably put, I don't know, 30K into it, depending on what OMI does and Definity. And maybe there's something like, maybe there's some, the narrative of blockchain gaming goes up, which obviously DEVVE would be great there. Then you'd have Alluvium, you'd have Senate, you'd have Spores, you'd have their Fiat token as well. There's just a lot of things that, as it goes up, again, not everything runs at once. So even when the narrative of crypto gaming comes in, maybe Spores Network runs before Senate, maybe that runs before Alluvium, maybe that runs before Axie, if Axie is going to be a thing again, and maybe that runs before, like any of these other things. So I don't know. But at that point, I would still put in. I told him like 30K again from my own money. If that was for me to him. Obviously, none of this is financial advice. But I'm still buying here. Unfortunately, I wish I had bought the rest much earlier, but that's on me. That's my bad. VeVe's been posting so much about this Galactus drop, so they're really trying to market this. I think because there'll be a point in time where after this drops, there'll actually be less collectibles on the app than before it. Because in order to get that ultra rare and secret rare, you have to burn not only the one you had previously, but you have to burn a Silver Surfer as well. That's really special. That's really exciting. Why I really like that is because anything that previously didn't have utility or anything that previously wasn't needed, they can now start to burn them. And that could happen forever. So I really can't wait for that. Speaking of which, I guess I'll go over. Where was I here? All right, so on the thumbnail here, it is Loop Unhinged Arc talking about we are number 7 in any NFT total volume, only behind Azuki, Punks, Pudgies, Doodles, just the beginning friends. This is not a weekly volume. If it was a weekly volume, yeah, 323,000 for Azuki Elemental, the number 10 spot. Their volume was 101 ETH. What is the price? It's so strange. ETH has been down. ETH still is not an all-time high. So 3,319. So 335,000 ish is that is the amount of volume for the Azuki Elemental on any given day. And again, that was the 10th. You have Milady Maker 104 ETH, and then it gets crazy. You have Lil Pudgies 141, DKNX 248, all the way over to Azuki with 1,013 ETH in volume, which is nuts. What does VeVe need to do to get here? Like there were times where they would have like a Marvel Mighties drop and they just go $1 million, couple $1 million, like it was nothing. Let's actually do that real quick. Let's say 28,000 to, let's just say for 56. Yeah, they would have $1 million on a drop. It would sell out in minutes and be like it's nothing. What does VeVe need to do to get back to that point? I would say that one, you got to let them cook. And I understand. I've had numerous text messages, numerous conversations with people saying, "Hey, I don't like that other things are running and OMI's not. Is it dead?" Buddy Will said like, "Hey, I sold my OMI. It doesn't look like it's going to do anything." He held for like years, and like it's just like, anyone ever see that meme of a guy with like a pickaxe? He's like prospecting or whatever, and he's about to hit the diamond. He goes for like so long trying to find these diamonds, and then he gives up right before he hits it. I feel like that's kind of what he's doing. Now, granted, OMI could not run for another several months. I have no idea when that narrative hits. It does seem like it's digital collectibles. It does seem like NFTs are back. Even on that guy Loop on Chain says it's just the beginning. NFT cultures are so freaking back. There's a big reason why, again, 300 million in volume every week for NFTs. And I think that's an old statistic too. That's like a couple months old by now. It's probably even more at this point. I'll find out tomorrow, and I'll let you guys know on Saturday. But yeah, that's one of the things that if NFTs are the next one, digital collectibles right behind it. Shout out to Paris Hilton for raising at 1.800K in 72 hours. Then I think continued on to raise upwards of $1 million. So shout out to her for that. She had kickstarted that with a $100,000 donation from herself. Everyone comment awesome down below. The SEC is suing Elon Musk, alleging failure to properly disclose Twitter ownership. I don't know what is going on with the SEC and why they are so freaking stupid and feckless, and this is why nobody respects them. But speaking of which, there are a couple of articles I would like to read everybody. Let's start with Trump's new SEC leadership poised to kickstart crypto overhaul, sources say. This is from Reuters. We're just saying Republicans Pierce and Uyeda to kick off crypto changes. Pair weighing freezing some enforcement actions, expected to call for feedback on potential new regulations. So this is a couple days old. That's 2 days. It's a day and a half. It's from the 15th. And top Republican officials at the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission are poised to begin overhauling the agency's cryptocurrency policies, potentially as early as next week. 4 more days. Sorry. Early as next week, when President-elect Donald Trump takes power, said 3 people briefed on the matter. Among the measures, Commissioners Hester Pierce and Mark Yu are initiating the process that would ultimately lead to guidance or rules clarifying when the agency considers a cryptocurrency to be a security, and reviewing some crypto enforcement cases pending in the courts, 2 of the people said. Paul Atkins, Trump crypto-friendly pick for SEC chair and former agency commissioner, is widely expected to end a crypto crackdown, led by President Biden's Democratic SEC chair, Gary Gensler, but it is unclear when the Senate will confirm him. Gensler has said he will step down on 20 January when Trump is sworn in. As of next week, Pierce and Uyeda will hold the majority among the agency's politically appointed commissioners and are poised to get the ball rolling in on the interim, the people said. Like Atkins, the pair are crypto enthusiasts who have criticized Gensler's tough stance on industry and have in the past floated alternative crypto-friendly initiatives. Pierce and Uyeda were aides to Atkins when he was at the SEC from 2002 to 2008. Seems like forever ago, because I was a teenager. And the 3 have a good relationship, according to one of the sources and several other SEC officials. The 3 have discussed potential crypto policy changes, and the sources who declined to be identified discussing private policy plans. Like Atkins, the pair are crypto enthusiasts who have criticized Gensler through stance on the industry and have in the past floated alternative crypto-friendly initiatives. Pierce and Uyeda were aides to is that the same thing that they had? Okay, that's strange. Anyway, worried about fraud, market manipulation, Gensler's SEC bought at least 83 crypto-related enforcement actions, suing multiple prominent companies like Coinbase and Kraken. Agency data shows. In many cases, the SEC argued crypto tokens behave like securities and that the companies and their products should comply with SEC rules, although some alleged fraud. This is absolutely bananas, again, so no one respects them. We have BitMEX that is hit with an additional $100 million fine over bank secrecy act violations report. This is coming in from theblock.com. BitMEX has been slapped with an additional $100 million fine for Bank Secrecy Act violations between 2015 and 2020. The overseas exchange had pleaded guilty to these crimes in July of 2024 and previously agreed to pay the $110 million penalty. But they've been slapped with an additional $100 million fine after having had wrapped up a multi-year legal battle related to anti-money laundering violations. Jesus. According to U.S. District Judge John G. Colty, the initial $110 million fine BitMEX agreed to pay alongside corporate guilty pleas last year were insufficient penalties. Plaintiffs allege the firm brought in worldwide revenues approximately $1.3 billion as it flouted U.S. regulations over a 5-year period. My God, imagine paying $100 million and be like, no, you're gonna have to pay another $100 million. I would go wild. I would go absolutely ape. That's wrong. All right, we have something from Seeking Alpha for today where it says Trump plans to make crypto a national priority via executive order. Let's go. He goes off and says Donald Trump is soon to be sworn in as U.S. president and is planning to sign an executive order that would not only make cryptocurrency a national priority, but also grant crypto industry leaders access to policy discussions, according to a media report dated Thursday. The order, which could arrive as soon as Monday, is also expected to establish a crypto advisory council to champion the industry's legislative objectives, Bloomberg reported citing people familiar with the plan. The news is a boon for the crypto space, as industry leaders like Coinbase, Global, and Ripple have been calling for a comprehensive regulatory framework in the U.S. Trump, the one who proposed a national Bitcoin stockpile, has garnered notable support from the industry, with Coinbase, Ripple, among other crypto firms, having donated to this inaugural committee in recent months. In the works for the executive order is a provision that would compel government agencies to reevaluate regulations concerning digital assets, with an option to temporarily halt any legal proceedings relating to crypto, the people said. Bloomberg reported. They added that the order is not final and subject to change before it is made. I want to read that one more time. In the works for executive order is a provision that would compel government agencies to reevaluate regulations concerning digital assets with an option to temporarily halt any legal proceedings related to crypto. That would be absolutely incredible. All right, so enough of that. Let me go get to a couple of these comments before I go back to the rest of the news. Chosen saying, yo, yo, yo. Every time I hear or see the word chosen, I think of Chosen from Karate Kid. So yeah, love it. Dorgalate says, wait, what are the chances VeVe is speaking to Pudgy Penguins or vice versa? Greater than zero? I hadn't thought of that partnership. I think that would fit really nicely. VeVe's done digital stuff in the past, some very recently with the Running Man. Pudgy Penguin, the guy from, I've never talked to him. I don't know him. If he likes making money, he's like, oh, hey, this would be fun. Because again, he's in Web3, and then he's off, and he's got his stuff listed in Walmart, which is great. This would just be another way to get even more revenue. I don't know if this would be more of a boon to Pudgy Penguins or it'd be more of a boon to VeVe, but either way, the cross pollination of those fans I think would be really fun. Excuse me. And those little guys are really cute, so I would say, I don't know, up to 5% chance that they're talking. If they're talking, that doesn't necessarily mean that they would have a deal, but I'd like to see that. I would buy some. I'd get. I'm depending on how many there are. I don't know. They seem pretty cute. I might get some regardless of how many there are, just because again, part of history, part of fun. All right, sorry about that. All right, let's keep it going. Let's get this bread from the rest of the news. Oh God, the gamer versus furry. Do y'all remember the gamer versus furry war of like the 2020 in on TikTok? Some of y'all too old for that. Let me know. Seeing it from accounts, I don't. We have Jolly Roger. So I guess there's a bit of essence as well. Jolly Roger over from Earth 2 saying, when do you think Earth 2's essence will hit $1 or more? 2025, 2026, 2027, 28, 29, or 2030, and onward. 17% said 2030, 16% between 28 and 9, 24% said between 26, 27, and 43% said this year that will happen. I am. Let's see what that is, as I'm also of the mindset that could happen as well. Take a look. I hate it where there's something called Essentia. There's nothing. I have no idea what it is. It's number 5,566. I have no idea why that comes up before Earth 2's essence. Anyway, we are down about 7% on the day to about 5.8 cents. I have like nothing of this. I have like $2,000 worth. It's not a lot. But same thing. Believe that will be, I don't know, 20x at some point. I mean, I think it'll do a lot higher than that, but to get to $1 or more, you get like 18x, 19x. Yes, we would. Oh my God, yeah. Comment down below if you guys are, again, I don't know. I know my audience tends to go a little bit older here, but comment down below if you downloaded Red Note. I'm trying to see something. This is good. That is more interesting information with the Machamp there. Marvel Rivals has reached a new all-time high player count of over 550,000 on Steam. Obviously, with good reason. Take a look. The heck? Oh my God, do I not have this on? I could have sworn I had wireless portrait auto rotate. There we go. I don't know why it wasn't rotating. Take a look at this little guy, Jeff the Land Shark. Gotta love him. Oh my God. Anyway, is it possible for us to go and get some type of partnership with Marvel Rivals? Then if you have a certain thing, do you get a skin or something like that? Maybe that'd be pretty nice. I would love to see VeVe get into some type of game. Obviously, they're busy running the company. I had an idea. This idea is like 4 years old by now. I said, hey guys, to really sell part of the company and buy a gaming company. Sure, you could pay for it one time, but if you buy a gaming company, they'll make you games forever. Would have much rather them do that, because again, right now we have nada. Now I don't know what the VeVeverse is going to be at first. People will make up their own games, that's sure as well. Also, I messaged this guy. I don't know if I could say it. Well, I guess I could say it, right? There's a guy called NG Slot. He's big on YouTube. He plays a lot of these high limit slot machines. And I messaged him on Facebook. I was like, hey, my name is Randy Chavez. Me and a friend we watch you at night. We'd like to license your game. Can we talk further on this? I don't know what the rules would be about having some type of casino in the VeVe-verse, but this is one of our things where we're like, you know what? Let's give it a shot. I would like to do something like that. Because again, am I Thanos? I was like, fine, I'll do it myself. Like if they're not going to give us a game, why not fill that gap? We'll fill that gap with something fun. And again, I know that is planned in the VeVe-verse. You have your phase 1, which is going to be what it is. Phase 2 will be IP branded worlds. Maybe that could be gamified a bit. And then phase 3, you're obviously going to have gamification that was on their original roadmap. Whether that's changed or not, I don't know. I haven't. David's going to come on tomorrow. Or not tomorrow. He'll come on Saturday. I'll talk to him a little bit about it. I'll see what I can get out of him. Just remind me, though. I did go over that they had commented on Blackpink. Blackpink said that Lisa just confirmed on NRJ Radio that Blackpink will come back soon. VeVe official kind of teased that they might do a little bit more. Just kind of resharing that. Shout out to Stephen Duarte that reached level 97, and Ben Rose going on and giving the congratulations as well. Tip of the hat. So they're saying, what are the chances they are talking to Pokemon or Dragon Ball Z? Well, they've been talking to Pokemon for like a long time. Does that mean that they are able to get it? I don't know, guys. I really don't. Dragon Ball Z, I'm sure they could get in much easier than Pokemon because, again, as much as I can't say it. As much as I love Dragon Ball Z, and they are universally beloved from the mountains of Afghanistan to the plains of Ohio to the cartels down in South America and Mexico. Everyone loves Dragon Ball Z. Mostly men. Mostly, I would say, men in their prime. Mostly millennial men. Is anyone that's 50 years old going to care about it? Probably not. Is anyone? I think younger people would, because they're still coming out with content. They're still coming out with stuff. But it would be easier to get that because regardless of how much we love it, it is still an anime that's only really known by kind of like the older millennials and younger, and also by the, I guess, again, mostly men, where Pokemon is just completely gender neutral. Everyone and their sister loves Pokemon, especially when Pokemon Go came out. If they had a Dragon Ball Z thing like that, even Harry Potter tried it, called Wizards Unite. They were not able to go and recreate what Pokemon did because it's just Pokemon is the only company that could ever do something like that. So I would say the Dragon Ball Z, getting them is probably would be a lot easier. Pokemon, listen, if I were them, I'd just do it. If I were Pokemon, I was like, what are you trying to do? I mean, are you trying to go in and use a bunch of resources and allocate a bunch of people to try to make your own digital collector? Like there's so many people working on so many projects over there. Sure, what's one more? They could try it. But what's the risk if they fail? That would be embarrassing. Now, Pokemon is no stranger to failing. They failed on a bunch of things. Like I remember in when was it was a Pokemon tournament. Let me go over this here real quick, because this is important. Pokemon tournament ban. I put the ban list. Ban contra. I forget which one it was. It was a lifetime. Okay, no. Pro competitor. Okay, here's what it was. Pokemon World Championships pro competitors disqualified for using hacked. No, it wasn't that. I completely forget what it was. But long story short, there was something that was wrong with the game, and people were playing like in the tournament with it, and Pokemon is just like, okay, you're all banned now, like for life. So instead of fixing the game, they went and just banned the players that tried to use it. I forget which Pokemon it was. 2023. Banned players are the ban is a net loss for Pokemon esports. What the heck was it? I forget the Pokemon that it was. Anyway, again, long story short, Pokemon is no stranger to having some big fails, big L's on there. I think Power World was another one. I would go on and say that if I'm Pokemon, I would say like this seems like an easy slam dunk. It seems like an easy win if they just let VeVe do it. Because even if VeVe were to fail, which they won't, but even if they do, let's do that thought experiment. The failure doesn't go on Pokemon; it just goes on the company that tried to do it. Again, they've had games come out and just suck. They've had games come out and be like, all right. Now, granted, they're licensing some of these games, they're licensing some of the stuff. So not all the games that fail are a failure of Pokemon. So again, I don't know what their end goal would be. But if I'm Pokemon on negotiations, I would want to get a deal done now rather than 2 years from now. Because if I get a deal done now, I could use the arguments like, hey, VeVe, you don't have as many users as you used to. Revenue's gone down, blah, 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 blah. Again, I'd be like the best person for this. But if the negotiations go longer, I feel like Qui-Gon Jinn, where someone's like, your negotiations seem to have failed. And Qui-Gon's like, negotiations never took place. If negotiations go to like next year and suddenly that NFT narrative hits and VeVe's just a multi-billion-dollar company again, suddenly they have hand and Pokemon will get a worse deal or a deal that's not as good as if they could have gotten negotiating now. But so, again, to each their own. I don't know the chances in which we get them. I would still put it at like 65-35, so close to 69 that we get them. Because I think Pokemon at the end of the day will kind of realize it is still money. We don't have to really do much for it. They'll do all the work. Dedicated fan base. Make Randy happy. Atoka. Oh, nope. Going over that. So 2016, on January 14th, it was announced that Alan Rickman had died. He was the one that played Professor Snape, Severus Snape in the Harry Potter movies. So me and my friend Kim, one day after, we were already in Florida, we were already going to go to Harry Potter afterwards. We decide to go to Harry Potter World, and we decide to go and get a couple of lilies and put them besides the potions classroom at Hogwarts because Snape loved Lily. And that was one of the most, I don't know how to call it, because everyone was like kind of sad because Snape, but like I don't know, everyone like kind of like came together and just like, oh, you guys are awesome. Now, granted, we snuck in a bunch of alcohol and had alcoholic butter beers like all day, so we were kind of feeling ourselves. But yeah, that was a great trip. Anyway, sorry, Harry Potter World. When Harry Potter on VeVe, I don't know. That thing that Ben had been teasing, I don't think a ring or a crown would really work with Harry Potter. Although, what was a Horcrux? Rowena Ravenclaw, that Horcrux was the crown. Let me Google this. What were the Horcruxes? What were the Horcruxes? Okay, Gaunt's ring. Okay, a gold ring with a black stone, inherited by Tom Riddle from his ancestor Morphin Gaunt. Maybe it's Harry Potter. Fuck. Excuse my language. Sorry. Yeah. Ravenclaw's diadem was a silver tiara. So it was silver though, and it was a tiara. It wasn't a crown. Still probably Lord of the Rings. I don't know. Anyway, moving on here. You can grow a pair. You can call me back. It was a year ago yesterday where I was asking everyone, any of my friends go to South by Southwest Festival? Can you tell me about it? I think that was when VeVe had announced they were going. Thought it was awesome. Deie post yesterday, privacy meets security, Deie exchange. With a patented solution, we balance user privacy and regulatory needs. All users' transactions stay private, but in case there's any suspicion of illegal activity, authorized entities can review them. This way, we ensure safety and compliance. constituting DEVVE Exchange as the exchange that meets regulatory standards and user needs. Every time I read something from that, I get more bullish and I want to buy more. $1.80. No, just one more dip, please. It's not going to matter. Honestly, it's not going to matter. So we had Marvel Entertainment going saying, it's not entirely unpleasant seeing you again. This is William Fisk and Daredevil talking at a coffee table. I think they're doing the Mayor Fisk storyline where Fisk runs for mayor and he becomes mayor, and I think Spider-Man actually has an appearance in that. I don't think Spider-Man's going to have an appearance in this story, but VeVe Official goes on and requotes it saying, a new trailer right in between Marvel's Daredevil 6 and 7 Silver Age comic releases on our platform. Watch the trailer and show us your favorite comic covers. I like that VeVe's doing that. Shout out to them. I hate how they spell favorite, though. Can we get like an American to write this stuff? Because that is not how you spell favorite. South Korea plans to introduce new crypto law in the second half of 2015. Then, since the U.S. elections, Tether's USDT experienced strong net buying, with its dominance among stablecoins increasing from 72% in November to 84% in December. And you have U.S. government says seized Bitcoin from 2016 Bitfinex hack should be returned in kind. Omi's now on Energy Chain. I may have missed any news on this. No. I mean, it's on GoChain. It's on ETH. It's on Base. It's on Polygon. It's on Energy. I don't know anyone that's pumped to get it on Energy. Maybe they are. Maybe there's some reason why. I probably not. Let me see though. Let's take a look at the Energy over here. Energy. Sorry. Remember that one scene in Friends where Rachel's like has these pom poms like Emily, and then anyway. It's number 2,484 at 5.5 cents with a $4.6 million market cap. 271 in trading volume though, so that's not bad. Yeah, I neither here nor there in my opinion. They're glad that VeVe could blow up if they drop insane stuff back to back like anime and Mario. This would be a possibility to cause a spark. It absolutely could be a possibility. Yeah. I would love that more than anything. And again, there's two ways the narrative comes back. It either comes back with just other NFTs happening, and then because we have like the best NFTs, it'll just naturally come to us afterwards. Picture the whole NFT space like Pokemon. And yeah, it starts with the normal Web3 stuff where it starts with 2D JPEGs. And those 2D JPEGs are like your base set. That's like your base set, that's like your fossil, and then that would be like your jungle. And then whenever people get in, they get into what was kind of popular. It was Bored Ape Yacht Club, Budgie Penguins, CryptoPunks, et cetera, et cetera. And then in Pokemon, after it goes from the stuff you grew up with as a kid, it flows into trophies. And I think VeVe is like the trophy cards of NFTs. It is the Pokemon trophy card of NFTs because they're high-end digital collectibles. They look great. They're licensed IP. It's not like I feel like a lot of the NFT projects out there are just JPEGs of like something like this. Where obviously at VeVe, shout out to the Big Pin sponsorship there. You have KFC. You go over and you have Funko. You have not Mario. You have Iron Man. You have Marvel, Disney. You have all this. It's like a collector's wet dream. What was that statistic? $475 billion goes in collectibles every year, and it's growing. Getting just a small fraction of that. I mean, again, you have Jeremy Padour. God bless his heart. God bless him and his family. They just lost everything. I mean, obviously his family's safe, his pets are safe, but their house is done. The collectibles are done. Even the stuff that he had in like his fireproof safe, done. This house could burn down. Dashi would be destroyed, but I'd still have my VeVe stuff. It's digital collecting wins that round. I wish it didn't have to, but it did. So yeah, I think that when the two ways that happens, one is the NFT narrative comes back and it just flows to VeVe anyway, and VeVe wouldn't have to do anything. Or again, Ben has been there for how many months now? Not a lot. Like not even half a year. Let him cook. Just give him some time. I promise you that what he's doing will he'll either make it work or he'll move mountains trying. I trust the dude. Like I feel like Iron Man talking to Captain Marvel. Like, we need you. You're new blood. Bunch of us tired old mules. Like, I've been doing this for like 4 years now, guys. After this bull market, I am done. Like, I am done. Stress do be getting to me though. Honestly, I'll just move. I say that I'll move things around. I'll be back here forever. But I've been at it for 4 years now. David and Dan have been at it for quite a lot longer. Ben is someone that's new, and I'm not saying that he hasn't had stresses in his life before. I'm sure he's had a bunch. But these are newer problems where it's still like exciting to him. Like, oh, I bet I can fix this. I bet I can do that and tweak this here, and just a fresh set of eyes, a fresh set of just a fresh set of patience. A lot of the people around VeVe like probably don't have a lot of patience. But Ben coming in and having that, in Ben, I trust. Nintendo would be huge, or Lego too. Nintendo would be incredible. So again, if Ben is able to cook with getting a bunch of people on VeVe, and then you have Dave again. David's full-time thing now is talking to licenses, and anime and that'd be a dream. That would just, oh my god, the jump start. That I've had this idea. If anyone remembers, this is like 25 years ago. Oh god, I'm so old. Sorry, just anyway. 25 something years ago, I think a new Pokemon game is coming in, because I see Pikachu on a little ball in what I assume is Saffron City, on a Pokeball, rocking back and forth. And what is it for? Super Smash Brothers. They all they need to do is have a Pokeball out there, have and just have like the music, like dun, 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 and it just, the hype, the heckin' hype would be incredible. Mario, you could have a bunch of stuff. You could have just a voiceover going, press start to play, or you could just have a Mamma Mia. It doesn't matter what it is. You could just have the coin. You could just have the coin sound. Oh my god! It just girl. Everyone would come on the hype train. There would be so many. Like, could you imagine having they wouldn't do this, but could you imagine having one of 88 Marios? They did it with Spider-Man Noir. They did it with that Kevin thing from Moana. They'd probably never do it. Mario would probably be the common. Luigi would be the uncommon. What I think they would do, they might mess up. They'd be like, oh yeah, Rosalina, she's kind of new. Nobody really, knows who she is, and then they make her like the secret rare one of 88. She would do numbers on VeVe. Now they don't have to go modern. They could go with old school. They could just go with Mario's dad, Jumpman, the original Mario, Jumpman Mario, and they could have Cranky Kong. So the original Donkey Kong is Cranky Kong, and then obviously you have Donkey Kong Jr. And then it's the whole timeline is incredible. I'll have to go over it one day. But that's one of those things. If they can get those, dude, off to the races. Bull market, no bull market. Anyway, let's go over the rest of the. Oh my god, I'm still so late on the news. I'm literally on. All right. Pokemon. So speaking of Pokemon, we're aware that some fans may experience difficulties purchasing certain Pokemon trading card games, Scarlet and Violet Prismatic Evolutions products at launch due to high demand and impacting availability. We understand this inconvenience can be disappointing for fans, and we are actively working to print more of the impacted Pokemon TCG products as quickly as possible and at maximum capacity to acknowledge this. Wait, what did they just say? We're actively working to print more of the impacted Pokemon TCG products. What have I been telling y'all? Pokemon make those print machines go burr. And that's one of the, and there are many positives to having these digital collectible stuff on the blockchain. They're not making more Spider-Man Noir. They're not making more Kevins. They're not making more gold and silver VeVe logos. They're not making more Secret Rare Spider-Man Peter Parker. You know exactly how many there are. Well, exactly how many that were made. There's some that are going to be in bots accounts, and there's not really 1,000. There's like 800 something, maybe less. But with Pokemon, you can get like that super rare Umbreon prismatic GX full art, whatever it is, and I've seen it already. People spend thousands for it, and then what happens? It goes down because more and more are pulled, more and more are graded. It's hyperinflationary. When I got into Pokemon, it was a different game. Well, I mean, in two ways. I got into Pokemon like obviously when it was just red and blue, and yellow, and all that, and the actual cards. But I mean, when I got investing into the cards, it was a different era. It was 5-6 years ago, but it was a different era. You had like 4 people making content. It was me. It was SM Pratt. It was Leon Hart, and then like Logan Paul eventually. But people weren't doing box openings. There was like every now and then, like once a year, someone would do a box opening. But now that's all you do with modern comics. Like people will get like cases of Pokemon cards. They'll go on Whatnot. The genius of Whatnot is like you are not allowed to watch a video unless you have a credit card registered with them. It's active and say, I want to buy it. Boom, done. So people go on Whatnot and they say, okay, oh, who's this? Who's this? Okay, this pack is for you. And then they open up the pack. They send them the cards. It's just a different beast now. It's a different era, and I'll likely never do that. Like for like the once in a while, maybe I'll do like a whatever an opening of that. But my Pokemon content would mostly be just buying and sales data. Hey, this is what I bought. This is what's undervalued. This is what's not. Because to me, that's how you make the most money. Now you can grind and do that for 12 hours. I'm not working for 12 hours a day anymore after this. This is never happening. But again, I just want to kind of throw this out there that the amount that they printed the last year in 2024 was more than Pokemon had printed in like the first like 6 years that it was out. Insane. I think we do no inside, pretty much the same boat. Yeah, agreed. Okay, anyway, let's move on here. Part of the reason the market went up is because there was a ceasefire between Israel and Gaza. Always love when two warring sides declare peace, even if it's temporary. The market loves stability. So again, not just for the market, just you want to not have as many people die. But then yeah, you have the obviously the benefits. The market goes boom. Down. I can't believe the government thought that banning TikTok would make people not go to another app, and of course they go to a Chinese one. The government is so stupid sometimes. Because a Nintendo would be huge, or Lego or something. Yeah, dude, Lego would be awesome as well. I would love that. Moving on. Darglitis says the back-to-back reminds me of the golden moments, which brought me back and stayed. This time might be even bigger with anime and Nintendo, dude. That'd be nuts. I'd go nuts. Meow, 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 meow. God, why is that Kesha song stuck in my head? When you grow a pair, you can call me back. Yeah, I think your heart. Sorry. Yeah, you're right. Back to back would 100% work. Yep, I went over the BitMEX stuff. Okay, I love that piece is happening. Digital Chamber of Commerce goes on. Shout out to Perianne Boring. She is amazing person. Can't wait to have her on the podcast. The Digital Chamber applauds Rep Gabe Ammo, Democrat out of Rhode Island, and Rep Young Kim, Republican out of California, for introducing HRES 1622, recognizing DLT's vital role in strengthening democracy and human rights globally. Digital Chamber commends. Okay, I just read that. But shout out to anything Digital Chamber of Commerce does. Since early 2024, 62% of Bitcoin has not moved. Damn! Diamond handers out there for that Bitcoin. I love the movie Trainwreck. It's so good. You have this guy named Callum McCall saying, hey, peeps, I haven't used VeVe in 3 years. Decided today to log in, and after effing around, I managed to get in. According to the app, I have nothing, I heard you need to KYC your account. So how do I do that? I tried all options in the settings and the profile. There's nothing there. Any suggestions? So obviously that's not a great look. I understand 100% why you can't do self-custody, but having that where people just are showing, even though that they still have those collectibles, the fact that it shows nothing is just a little scary for some people. Now, obviously, this person will KYC and it'll show everything, but it's just something that I wish they would fix. And again, this person I think is a bit misinformed. I'm not saying that VeVe took the items. There's no need to do that. But your account does get closed after 2 years of inactivity, which is how they went about dealing with bot accounts. So I'm assuming once this person does a KYC, he'd have access to all his stuff. I guarantee you there are fudders that'll go and say like, oh, VeVe's arbitrarily taking stuff from people. But any account expected to have botted once they KYC, they at least have their info. So again, this is why you want them to KYC. Maybe that person botted. We're not sure. Ceasefire, Steve Aoki, Incredible Moments, Zach Morris. I'd love some Saved by the Bell collectibles, wouldn't y'all? I'd love that. All right, Ben Rose, Mr. Ben Rose, was on the Comic Crusaders podcast. I do have a couple of pictures of that. Let's see what he says here. So he mentioned the Comic Crusader guy just kind of asked him what he liked when he was younger. And then Ben had said, yeah, I like Sesame Street. You know, we've all heard that before. And then he says like WWF, like now the WWE. So obviously with the CEO having a strong like and nostalgia for that, maybe we can get something done with German Powder or AEW and TNT. Maybe we can get WWE. I don't know. He always talks about Jim Henson and the Muppets. He does talk about a comic that he got. It's like a 20th anniversary for #1, something about Jim Henson Presents. I think that was when he got it on his most recent trip. So he talks about the Muppets. Yeah, we don't have them, right? Right? We only have Sesame Street. Yeah. He goes on and reports that quote, $475 billion gets spent on collectibles each year. He does mention Megatron, talking about Transformers, which I thought was cool. Maybe it's a little bit of a tease. Maybe he just likes it. Maybe it's in his head. Maybe unconsciously or subconsciously, he's like, oh, yeah, remember the Hasbro stuff we're working on? I have no idea if they're actually working on Hasbro or not. That would be great. And it's something that people want. But yeah, maybe his brain did a thing. I don't know if it did, though. Where was I? Yeah. We're at 52 minutes. I'll do a little bit more. That Comic Crusaders guy does have 24,000 followers over on X, and I think 20-ish thousand subscribers over on what is that? On YouTube. So any type of exposure, I think, is pretty good. I enjoy it, and all the comments on there. Like I'll show you right now. I'll read some of the comments on there. I was only about 11 minutes into it, so I did not get to watch the whole thing. Been very busy the last few days. Only has 145 views, but the comments are from Dr. Strange saying, I love how real the host keeps it. Let's go, Ben. Toby Salisbury says, Ben Rose is the best. Really informative. Flippy Love VeVe says, let's go, Ben Rose. Bondin says, VeVe Heart. JKRB says, join the collected limited digital collectibles and comics in VeVe. Eccles7125 says, VeVe collecting. Omar Kasaj saying, great interview. Bondin saying, welcome aboard, Al Mega. Masteroni says VeVe to the moon. J8 says VeVe to the moon. Gohan3434 says, so you buy the comics on VeVe and you own them? This is interesting. I've heard of it before, but some friends said it's nothing. I will go and comment and be like, love this guy. With a big D. No, just love this guy. I'll just say love this guy. Give him a couple of hearts there. Yeah. Gotta represent the people that interview Ben Rose. Okay. So I don't know if this is for the Year of the Snake, or if it's just time to do it. First appearance of the Serpent Society, consisting of Sidewinder, Black Mamba, Death Adder, Princess Python, Cottonmouth, and Bushmaster. The Venomous team targets Captain America and his comrades. This release features VeVe exclusive rare and ultra rare covers by Brent Schoonover and Rachel Rosenberg. They are available on 21 January. Yeah, Definity. Love Definity. My friend, God, where is this? My friend gave. Oh shoot, that is the wrong chat. I fudged up there. My friend asked Grok to draw me as a white man, and I'm not gonna lie, I think I look pretty beautiful over there. Shout out to that. And Dashie's a cat. I don't know why they made Dashie a cat, but I thought it was fun. All right, a couple more comments here. How many exchange just Renegade list OMI last quarter? Like 7? I think like 7 exchanges Renegade listed OMI last quarter. Is Ecomi planning all this but not announcing it? I don't think it was Ecomi. They would have announced it if it was. Yeah, I mean, maybe. Again, my theory on this is that Ecomi is again, the trial's over. Ecomi is probably talking to 1 or 2 exchanges, and as they're talking, somebody leaks it to one of their friends that works at another exchange. Hey, yo, we're communicating with Ecomi. We're going to list their token soon. Go list it now before. I don't. Again, that's my working theory on why 7 exchanges Renegade listed us last quarter. I could be completely wrong there. They could just be picking names out of a hat, and OMI just got lucky. I don't know. Walrus King, thank you so much for being a member. Saying let's go. Yes, 100% Bay. Yes. Yeah. What I mentally picture when anyone ever says Riz, it's Riz with a wrap, the little pizza there, looking very hood. I told him I would go to. Oh my god, yeah. People are. Dude, I feel like this red note thing is giving people like the communist bug, and they want to like go over there now. It's nuts. Leonardo DiCaprio donates $1 million for wildfire relief in Los Angeles. Leonardo DiCaprio has pledged $1 million through his organizations, Wild to aid wildfire relief in his hometown. Oh, all right. My boy is chilling with the come watch the stream. Let me go to my thing here, and let me ask what firehouse he's at. Also, I got a buddy of mine. Where is he? What firehouse are you? Okay, he can. The internet is poopy over there. So I'll just say, what firehouse are you? Those are curious in a personal Definity bag. I have a lot, and my network has a lot. It totals the millions. Yeah. So, shout out to all the firefighters out there. They're doing the Lord's work. Also, I did post yesterday. I will get to the rest of the comments as soon as I talk about this. It was a picture I posted, I think, this morning. There's a place called the Cafe Cow in Orlando. It's in Universal Studios. I go there every time I exit from Harry Potter World. They have an alcoholic Godiva chocolate shake. #Heaven is real. Linda Carlisle. Ooh, baby, do you know what that's worth? All right, sorry. And then last thing we have, Erlich K. Like says, I'm Danish. I'm strongly in favor of striking a deal with Trump regarding Greenland. Today, the state of Greenland is a mess economically and sociologically. Here's the big lines of why a deal with the U.S. is a big win. I should go over that, but I shan't. I'll try that another day. Pink Panther says, DEVVE token to the moon. Yeah, I haven't checked on that token in like 20 minutes. Take a look. Let's take a look. $1.78. I'll take that. Up 7.7%. Oh wow, there's a buddy of mine that's over. They have 2.2 million. That's a lot of OMI. That's a lot of Definity. Get that bread. We have a bit more winky face. Let's give him that winky. Oh god, no, winky face. All right, sorry. Baby Zombie says, yo, what up, Zombie? How's it going, fam? I hope you're well. All right, man. Legendary Randy. Hope the day is going well for you. Little tight. Am I Gimli? Because it's a little tight across the chest. Little chest tightness. Outside of that, I think I'm doing all right. Bill Gardner saying, "What up?" Yeah, what up, Bill Gardner? All right. Omar saying, "Good evening." Good evening. Dogboys, could you imagine if VeVe gets Pokemon? Did you see that chaos at Costco? My guy. Do you know how many videos were sent to me about that stuff that's going on at Costco, going on at Walmart, going on everywhere? Because you're everywhere to me. Yeah, bro. It was one of the most 90s thing that I've seen. Like Cabbage Patch Kids, Pokemon got it a bit worse there. Yeah, if VeVe gets Pokemon, the rush would be legendary. I think it's possible. I think it's more than possible. I think there's a 65% chance that we get it in some way, because again, it's the only logical choice for Pokemon. I don't know what I would put. I don't know what I would put in it. I'd have to go on and reevaluate everything that I have. I'd reevaluate all my personal finances. I honestly, I would just take out a loan. I would just be like, all right, bank, give me 10, 20K. And it's not even for ROI. It's just because everything I have is in like crypto. And I was just like, I would want like the virgin variants, you know, the stuff that is, I would want the stuff that like, I'd want to mint it. I wouldn't want secondary stuff. If you watched Pokemon back in the day, you'll know exactly why. Misty has this same thing. She competes for a dollhouse, or not dollhouse. She competes for dolls. Misty had 3 sisters. So here's the story, all about how my life. Sorry. Here's the story from Misty. She had 3 older sisters, and they all had their own. They all had their own sets of dolls. Now Misty gets they never got her own doll set. Instead, they kind of forced her sisters to give them her doll sets. And everyone was just like, Misty, aren't you lucky? You get 3 doll sets. But she doesn't want 3 hand-me-downs. She wants her own. So she enters this tournament, and the prize is this epic doll set. And she goes and borrows Geodude and Vulpix from Brock. She borrows Pikachu from Ash, and then she has like Psyduck and like something else. Maybe she has like Staryu. Psyduck she didn't mean to put in there, but Psyduck just happens to go in. Long story short, she wins the tournament, and that's always stuck. Now, granted, every episode of Pokemon stuck with me, but that stuck with me. It's like, yeah, I don't know hand-me-downs. I want something of my own. I would not want. I mean, of course, I'll stack Pikachu from the wild, Pikachu that they had gotten their trainers, and then the trainers released them into the wild. They put them in the PC, and then you hear the cha. Yeah, I'd grab those from the wild, but I would also 100% choose to get a bunch of my own as well. I want mine straight from Professor Oak. I do not want mine hand-me-down, second-hand, sloppy second Pikachus. I want my own. Is that childish? Absolutely. Is it smart investing? Absolutely not. But I would do that because the smart investing that I do is everything's in crypto, and I would not have the funds to I would not have the funds to catch them all. So I'd be like, all right, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Citibank, what have you. I'd go in debt for it. It is not smart. I would tell people exactly, do not do what I'm doing. It is stupid, but gotta catch them all. Toby Salisbury, looking forward to Saturday. I am as well, kind of. I mean, I'm looking forward to having people donate to First Responders Children's Foundation and Best Friends Animal Society. I'm looking forward to getting people to give to these charities. I am not looking forward to being live for 12 hours and there's like important people coming on. So I'm doing a dry January. I have not drank. I've not done anything since December 31st. and I am jonesing for a drink. So having to do this, I don't think I've ever done a marathon stream completely sober. I'm not looking forward to that at all. I'll have my green tea, I'll have my honey, I'll have a bunch of. There's going to be so many people that are coming. This is why we need it to be 12 hours. Also, because if these firefighters are like living at the firehouse and they're not sleeping, and it's like, okay, I can do 12 hours. You know, that's fine. You know, what do I have to complain? I'm sitting here in this nice temperature controlled house. Kumo says, M'Baku. The Lord says, forever. Love my M'Bakus. I've never sold an M'Baku. I don't have that many though. Let's check it. Yeah, I think your heart hurt. All right. See all of my collectibles. And you call. Okay. Okay, wrong one. I think it's M, it's apostrophe, right? M'Baku. I type in M, I wonder if anything comes up. Nothing comes up. Okay. I'm going to filter by saying common, apply filter, because I know I just want to see. I have so many commons of everything. Oh, M'Baku. I only have 22, so not a big number. Ever, comma. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6. I have 6 sub 100 M'Bakus. They are 74, 76, 78, 83, 86, and 89. So very happy about my M'Bakus. Maybe Zombie says, yo, Bill Gardner. Meow, meow, meow. Bill Gardner, what up? Bedrown says, Randy, I'm really worried about OMI. Feels like almost everything else is taking off other than OMI. It is so frustrating. I understand. You have people that are like, so guys, I bought more recently. I have 202 million OMI. I bought more recently. But like, what was it? Like a month ago, I had like 193. I have 202 now. I'll try to get more at some point, but again, right now, a lot of it was really just going to DEVVE because DEVVE has stuff going for it. DEVVE has been very active. So let's just go over this. Let's do a comparison here. Go to the DEVVE exchange or DEVVE ecosystem over on X. Hey, look at that. They made a post 11 hours ago. Many businesses don't use blockchain due to 3 main reasons: high implementation costs, complex integration, and strict regulatory demands. DEVVE can help move those problems out of the way. Discover how. And they post a video. One day ago, yesterday, privacy meets security at DEVVE Exchange. With a patented solution, we balance user privacy and regulatory needs. This is what I legit just talked about like 10 minutes ago. 2 days ago, DEVVE has a huge technical overhang in terms of capacity and capability that's not even needed at this point in the world. Chairman and president of Forever Association, Ray Quintana, said it himself. Watch the video and discover why DEVVE is at the forefront of crypto technology. 3 days ago, who is DEVVE for? Everyone, of course. Traders can use traders can use our innovative DEVVE exchange. Institutions are mind blown by our T+0 settlement solution that removes counter risk. Governments are looking to implement our blockchain to solve real world challenges. Revolutionized enterprises are excited to benefit from easy onboarding and efficiencies. And you are early to a blockchain ecosystem that will revolutionize the whole finance sector and beyond. They are posting minimum of one thing every single day. And they're not really saying anything new. They're going off and they're posting like clips of old videos but again, they're getting that engagement. Ecomi has posted one thing this entire year. Oh, granted, it's January 15th, so Ides of January, and it was about the GoChain swap site, which is great. But I wish they would do something and they would like take a clip of all one interview, and then you have content every single day for a month. You can just go off and say like, here's our Ecomi community manager talking about this, or make up something like DEVVE is, and then post a clip talking about it. That's it. I wish they would do that. Now, granted, I know the notion of no need to talk about a token until there's something to talk about. We can already use it on Stacker. Get Dr. Profit talking about it. He'll be on Saturday. Foster will be on Saturday. So we'll get some clips from there, and hopefully they can use some of those clips. Be like, hey, and again, I have to be careful on how we phrase it. So I can't just be like, pump our bags, Foster. Like I can't be saying stuff like that, but it could be like, out of all the things that Ecomi is building, which one are you most excited about? Or out of all the things that Ecomi makes you happy, and there are a lot, which is the one that makes you happiest? Which is the one that gives you the warm and fuzzy feels inside? And again, being able to clip stuff like that and just showing the actual heart of the company. Foster is the heart of this team. The heart of the company, and just being like, hey, how is Foster, you get messages all the time. What's the most heartfelt story that you've ever heard involving Ecomi or something like that? And not talking about price, not talking about, again, obviously you have the utility with Stacker right now. That's about to be expanded quite a bit. But getting those clips, I think, is super important, because then the community can go in and they have something to share. Then the community goes and they have something to like kind of talk about and rally behind. If you have one post in the entire, again, it's the first 2 weeks, and I'm not saying that I'm sure Foster's incredibly busy, probably busier than I am. You know, is making these clippable videos, like, is that on the high priority list? What else is he? Again, I don't know. I don't think making clippable videos is very high on the list, but at least that's something that we could go on and get, and we could rally around. Obviously, at the end of the day, none of that is needed once the NFT narrative comes back, once the metaverse narrative comes back. It just AI, it's just going to run in general. But I understand your feelings, Ben. I probably want OMI to go up more than any of you, because I invested more than any of you, and I'm the one that gets all the shit. So I want it to go up more than anyone, and I'm chill. I'm relaxed. It's fine. Now, granted, pretty good life, but again, I'm pretty relaxed because I know it's going to happen eventually. A lot of people that are like kind of newer, and they see other stuff go up. Yeah, I legit had someone text me the other day, hey, can you swap OMI directly for DEVVE? And again, I on that post, I felt a little silly buying more DEVVE when it had already done a 10x. But now I wish I'd put all my money in there, because then it went up like another, what, like 80% since then. Not that much, maybe like 60%. Speaking of DEVVE, let's go and take a look at the DEVVE. $1.79. Do be hanging around here though. My boys, wait, all right, hold on. Let me go back to this. Yeah, my boys long is up 500%. Jesus, man. Referral code 12QYDG. Enjoy your lowest trading fee. Sign up now. This video is not sponsored at all, but that's my boy's trading fees, or my boy's referral code. But yeah, he's doing that 20x long, is up 500%. Do I recommend you do this now? Absolutely. I can't make any recommendations. I would not do this right now. But if we had a healthy pullback to $1.50, damn right I would. That being said, I don't have MEXC, so I wouldn't be able to. I'd have to go in and like ask someone to do it for me. Who dat? Sorry. Oh, okay. Oh, my friend. Oh my God, I miss him so much. Anyway, where was I? Grow up pair, you can call me back. Bill Garner says, "What's up, zombie? Pink Panther. I got another 5K worth of DEVVE yesterday. Get that bread, Pink Panther. Going to the moon, brother. What are y'all gonna do with your DEVVE profits? Let me know." This has got to love promoting DEVVE after it's already done a 15x. Well, I mean, compared to where it's going to go, it's still pretty cheap at $150 million market cap. Again, compared to where it's going to go. Now, what's going to happen in the short term? I have no idea. We can go back to $1. We can go back down like 50, 60%. But where it goes in the long term, not really going to matter. Toby Salisbury says, I managed to finally pick up a secret rare brown suit Wolverine today. 689 gems. So happy, bro. That is incredible. Very happy for you. I do not have one. I want one. I do want one day. Aaron says, Wes, what are your current thoughts on OMI? You asking the Wes, huh? D9 says, NFT's blowing up, but VeVe is not. Make it make sense. Again, as I kind of mentioned before, if NFTs were like Pokemon cards, the 2D JPEGs out there are the OGs. They're your base set, they're your jungle, they're your fossil, they're your shadowless, first edition, no symbol hollows. Where VeVe is the higher end stuff. It's the upper echelon, it's the trophy cards, and it goes to NFTs first, and then it goes into the base set first, all the stuff, and then it goes into the trophies. Go in the normal NFTs, the OGs, and then it'll go in the high end digital collectibles. Email says, was it 15x if you got at the bottom? It's a good point. It's a good point. It's honestly, it's right now, DEVVE's about where it launched at like $1.80. Dracolate says, I only dream of Marvel Rival to use OMI as an in-game currency. That'd be a huge dream. I would, oh my God, you have no idea. I would lose my goddamn mind. Just identify. I think it will be a buy the rumor, sell the news moment upon Trump's inauguration. Maybe. You might have a little sell-off there. But again, I don't know. So again, the sell-offs that happen, Michael Saylor's not selling. BlackRock's not selling. State Street, Vanguard, none of these big corporations are selling. It's the people that panic sell. Like you have people that'll move the market. They'll panic sell, causing normal people that have really good thing going to sell, and the corporations go and buy it up. I am very ashamed at a lot of Web3 people that panic sell and allow these big corporations to go in and buy your stuff. It's like you have property and you see like this one funky neighbor move in, and it's like, oh, I don't know about this funky neighbor. There goes the neighborhood. Let me sell my house at a loss or a discount, and then State Street comes in and they just buy it from you. Not a good thing for people. Again, why was Bitcoin created? People adopted it because they wanted it as like a hedge against the dollar. They wanted it because government couldn't control it. And now what? Now look what y'all did. Now governments and big corporations are buying, and congrats to the people that are hodling. You were making money, but a lot of people are panic selling, and I'm not surprised, but I'm really not happy. It's like I wish people were a little smarter. All right, Blue says, what does this DEVVE talk about? It's Delta Echo Victor Victor Echo. It is a layer 1 blockchain. It can do 8 million transactions per second, so it's the fastest blockchain ever. And you have this team that's just incredibly intelligent, awesome, amazing people. I love them. And you have a T+0 settlement time. So normally, if perfect example, I was talking to a buddy of mine before the stream, sent a wire for like $100,000 on a Tuesday, and even though the person got it on a Wednesday, that actually doesn't settle for like another couple days after that. Now that person that he sent the wire to, you can 100% use that, do whatever, withdraw it, but it actually doesn't settle. Like the bank has to float it while it does settle. This T0 settlement time that DEVVE has is a game changer for the entire banking industry. This is why $150 million market cap. Whatever happens in the short term, I don't know. But that's why it goes absolutely bananas at some point later this year. Could that be after the announcement? Sure. But also after the announcement, it could go down. There's this huge sell-off. People could sell the news, and then it might not run until Q3, Q4. I don't know. Toby Salisbury says, Pokemon is VeVe's trump card. I'd prefer it if they held off until the narrative hits, at least partially, when VeVe hits 4x user plan. That way they can guarantee maximum damage. Yeah, I could see that. I see that. Or tease it first, Give me a tease. Ben says, Toby, this is very true. Do be true. Yeah, I like being teased a little bit, you know? Jason Payne, 2000, so much for being a member, saying, energy. Reminds me of the 2 energy cards in a base set pack that come before the big hit. I think there's 3 of them, aren't there? Yeah, there's 11 cards. There's like three energies. There's always like a trainer. Sometimes a trainer is like the rare, and that always kind of pisses me off. But yeah, big hit. If you know, you know. Wes says, VeVe will announce May 20. All right, Wes is calling it here. Wes is calling his prediction. Yeah, I think you're hot. Sorry, I don't know why this Kesha thing is. All right, maybe what I need to do is I need to sing a different song. Sorry. Do you ever feel like an outcast? You don't have to. My voice is gone. Blue says, why is OMI only going down? Is it being manipulated? Depends on your definition of manipulation. If you have somebody that has a vested interest in keeping it down, and you say, okay, well, this person has, say, like 3 billion OMI, and every time OMI goes up, they sell, then yeah, the one person's kind of manipulating the price. I mean, I don't know if that scenario happens, but yeah, every time you have a rise, you have a big sell-off. Now, a lot of that is people that are just looking to get out because they're done. They're just done waiting. Some of that is people that are trading. You have the swing traders. How much of the rest of that is people that don't care about liquidity? Don't care. They got it from Bit4X, or they got it from wherever. Like, because the Go Chain bridge is out now. They had it on Go Chain. Now they just sell it. So it's a combination of everything. I don't think any one person or entity is manipulating it. Is it possible? Sure. That can only happen for so long. So, you know, we'll see. I was waiting for crypto regulations. They might be. They might be. Kasabida. Just sell all your OMI and buy unicorn fart dust. See the phase of meme coins and hit billions. It'll be back when it does. Let's take a look at the unicorn fart dust. Damn, it's up 30% today. It's up to the 300. So up to the 307 mark. 31 million in volume. $261 million market cap. Oh shoot! What did I just do? Fudgesicles. Okay. Well, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go, and I'm going to ask everyone to smash that like button. It's a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways, a Patreon, super smash button down below. Super chat as well. Excuse me. These guys are on Radium, Meteora, Orca, Mexi. Just a bunch of Meteora, Orca, and Mexi. It's like the same thing over and over. Okay, they're on Ascendex, they're on Bitmart, they're on BingX, they're on Gate.io. So on a couple of these exchanges here. I don't think there's any utility with this. I same with most utilities in the top, most cryptos in the top 100. Let's take a look at what it was when it launched. So it launched in December, on December 20th, had a price of 11 cents. It went up to like 20-ish cents, went all the way down to 6.5 cents, and now it's up to 26 cents. So doing okay. I mean, I wouldn't sell OMI for this. I wouldn't sell anything for this. If I got like $10 million, sure, I'll put a bit in unicorn fart dust, see what happens. But I would definitely not sell OMI for this. Ecomi doesn't post because they have no new content to post. I mean, that's my point though. They can make the content. Again, just one interview. I'll do the interview. This way the questions are actually legit and good, and they can use it. I said I'll do that. That's fine. Just identify saying they don't even have to post about Ecomi specifically. Could be about VeVe or general questions like how many cups of coffee. Dude, preach. Just identify. Preach. Just to start conversation, engagement, and grow community. This 100,000%, 110,000%. Yeah, please. Alex M says, think DEVVE could hit $45 this year. There's so much going for him. So bullish. I can see that. I could see higher. I could see 80. See 120. Depends how big these partnerships go. You know, we'll see. We'll see. Damn, somebody got Punisher mint number 74. Oh, damn. Special edition number 74. Shout out to them. Good for them. Pretty epic. All right. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for me today. My voice is tired. I have to take off tomorrow. Select all. X out of there. Very good. Very good. Yeah, that'll be it for me. That'll be it for me. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Or bye-bye, Dashi. I love Dashi so much. Let's go to, what am I going to do? I guess Ava Max. Yeah. Do you? All right. Take care. Bye. Yeah. Do you ever feel like an outcast? You don't have to fit into the format. Oh, but it's